YouTube and the internet. Why am I blank? Oh, got a card in front of...
Hiding away there, Dan.
I know, you got a card in front of my camera. Put that up there. Right. Why can I see the wall? Oh, we haven't drawn me curtains. I'm naked.
Avert your eyes. Avert your eyes, viewers. Avert your eyes.
Oh, I'm now tangled up in my own wire. Look at this. This is why we should go wireless, Tommy. I keep telling you.
Yeah. One day we'll upgrade.
One day we'll upgrade.
Yeah.
We're not upgrading anytime soon. We spent all of our budget on these.
Yes. Yeah. We are a limited budget.
They're not the greatest of green screens. Have we shown the audience the shower pole? Right.
Yes.
Did we or did we not?
I think we have.
Well, in case we haven't, here's a tube of Pringles, right? It's about that long. Oh, look, it's black on here.
Of course it is, because it's blending in.
I did not know the software was that clever. I should paint my walls and ceiling green.
You should wear like a green t-shirt next time.
Yes. Next time, everything's going to be green. You'll just see our face.
Yeah, totally. We're going to be hulked out.
Look at that.
Or Shrek'd out.
Look, that's not
Shrek'd up?
Not even the same shade. That's not far off.
Ship Shrek'd, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's two. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Boo. Anyway, that's not why people are here to watch us measure.
Of course, yeah. We need to crack on with this film review, don't we?
No one showers that big. So, Tommy, of course, we are in medieval May.
Yep.
The last
one. It's been quite a very battle-worn month for us all, with all these bank holidays we've been having.
It has.
All those
extra movies you've been getting in.
I know, yeah. All those.
I think I didn't spot that.
Sword and sorcery films that we've been going through, and biblical epics like Braveheart, King Arthur, Troy.
And even off here, things I've seen for the first time.
Yeah, like Lord of the Rings, for example.
Lord of the Rings. I hate to say this, I walked into my uncle's house the other day. He had the third one on. I've seen the ending.
No!
It was on, and he didn't turn it off.
But it's so perfect, the ending. It's emotional. It's so brilliant.
In fairness, I was there to do a job. I was there to do something else.
So okay.
I didn't have I didn't watch it with any sound.
What bit did you see?
I saw him go up to the bit. My uncle turned around and said, "Oh, in the extended cut, someone comes out, gets their finger cut." Like, whoa, no! But it's not in the theatrical cut. Good. Thank you for that. That would have put me off otherwise. You know that.
Well, the person he's talking about.
I saw the finger.
Yeah, I was going to say, it happens either way. It does happen.
I did see that happen. Although we did see that in the first one as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you saw bits.
Not the greatest.
It's fantasy gore. It's not proper gore. It's not like Yeah, I'm sure you can handle it.
Mildly.
But yeah, we are talking about discount Lord of the Rings today, Dan. We're talking about a film from 1988 called Willow.
We're going to the pound shop again, Tom.
Yes, we're off to B&M, and all of the Ikeas and Lidls.
Ikea is not cheap, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I always get mixed.
I don't know where you do.
No, not Ikea. I'm thinking of what's the other little one? Audi. I don't know why I thought Ikea. 4 letters. I don't know. So Willow.
I can fit this one perfectly on the screen. It's a square. Carry on.
So Willow, 1988. The ultimate 80s sword and sorcery film, in my opinion. Where films like Krull or Red Sonja may fault, Willow delivers on a fun scale and is what I would consider an overlooked film in the fantasy genre. Its main fault is the plot, is basically a carbon copy of Lord of the Rings, with the whole little guy has to travel across the lands with a precious item to keep it out of the hands of an evil dark lord in a big pointy black tower.
Is it shorter?
It's much shorter.
Okay, that could help me.
Maybe.
I'm considering doing the cheap switch here.
No.
I mean, I did that with
quality over quantity.
I did that with washing powder once. Yeah, I agree. It's not the same.
Warwick Davis carries the film well as the titular character, and being an actor whose face tends to be concealed in his costumes, he finally gets his leading man debut in this film. Obviously, when he's in the Harry Potter films, you barely see it's him, do you? When he's Professor Flitwick, and he was in Star Wars.
He played a few roles in Harry Potter.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he played the Goblin as well, I think.
Yeah, at the studio tour, he's got his whole stage. There's a photo of him on the internet. It's a very popular meme. It says, when you're introducing people to your other personalities. Yes,
yeah, that's him for you.
He's got a legend, though.
He's a legend. He's got proper great catalogue of characters. Val Kilmer plays well as Willow's human friend Mad Mardigan, who delivers much of the laughs and the action, being the self-proclaimed greatest swordsman that ever lived. It is nice to hear that Val Kilmer, who is renowned for being quite difficult to work with at times, it was pretty good to hear that he got on very well with Warwick Davis, and became good friends during the production. Kilmer invited Davis to dinner one evening, and the young actor turned up to see he wasn't just having dinner with Val Kilmer, but also his good friend, let me know if you've heard of him, Tom Cruise,
Yes, I've heard of Tom Cruise, yeah.
and his then wife Mimi Rogers. This film rose Warwick Davis to stardom and one of Britain's most well-known TV film stars. Everyone in Britain
knows Warwick
who
Davis.
he is. Yeah,
Everyone knows who he is.
Yeah. I mean, Star Wars and Harry Potter. They're very big franchises.
Did not know this was the film that did it. I thought Harry Potter was the film that did it.
No. Well,
I didn't
his
realise.
first acting role was in Return of the Jedi, a Star Wars film.
Right.
And he played an Ewok. He was 11 years old.
No.
And he was in like a little teddy bear costume. You couldn't see his face, but that was his first acting role, and that's where he met George Lucas, who then went on to produce Willow. So he kind of pushed him out there and got him into the limelight.
Because it's Lucasfilm, as I pointed out to you
Yes.
before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Val Kilmer also married his leading lady in the film, Joanne Whaley. Their marriage lasted for over 8 years, which is typical of a Hollywood romance, isn't it? Like, they don't really stick around. Very rarely do they stay together. The film makes use of classic fantastical creatures like trolls, tiny borrower-like creatures called brownies, and, of course, the main antagonist being a witch sorcerer herself. ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, if you haven't heard of them. Have you heard of them?
I've heard of them as ILM, not the other thing you just said.
Yeah, that's the special effects industry that George Lucas founded when he created Star Wars, and has been making CGI ever since for films.
Fair enough.
You have ILM to thank for Pixar being invented.
I have to say, if they're the films you're giving me the titles from are involved, yeah.
As well as
Really good effects.
I think ILM had something to do with Steve Jobs and Apple and all that.
Oh, yeah, I think it was done on one of the first Macs or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Or first
yeah.
done on a Mac or something like
Yeah,
that.
they are connected in some way. I know that much.
It doesn't run on Microsoft.
No.
Bill Gates is just sat in his pram.
Yeah, exactly. Way.
He's doing that now.
Nah, yeah, well, I'm sure he's laughing with all his billions.
Don't go there.
ILM, which was founded by writer of the film George Lucas, Star Wars creator himself, made a CGI breakthrough in the film with the morphing sequence where Finn Rizal is transformed back into a human form to battle the evil queen Bab Morda. Because she's actually a good witch who's been turned into an animal, and they did like a morphin sequence which was quite revolutionary for its time. James Horner and his soundtrack must also get a good mention, as it is full on fun. James Horner scored a couple of other films we've spoken about this month, like Troy and Braveheart, but you probably most well know him for doing the music for Titanic.
Wow.
Yeah, big name right here.
Oh, yeah, big name. Big film.
The late film composer never failed to deliver a great film score. Sure, he gets noted mostly for Titanic, but it doesn't hurt to remember his smaller film credits too, like these ones. You know?
Yep.
So to close on that, Dan, and to close on the month of Medieval May, films like this paved the eventual way for franchises like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and Game of Thrones, what with it being an entity that takes the fantasy genre seriously, as serious as it could be taken in the late 1980s anyhow.
Yeah.
I grew up watching this film a lot and can still have a lot of fun to this day watching it, despite the obvious similarities to other stories which director Ron Howard tries his best to make feel original. So it's made by the same guy who directed The Grinch. So
Wow.
in a way, this film is right up your alley. Warwick Davis stars in it. It's produced by the guy that founded Star Wars, and it's written by the same guy who wrote Star Wars, and it's directed by the same guy who did The Grinch.
Not to mention the CGI.
Not to mention ILM.
ILM, that's the one. Yeah.
TGI, ILM Fridays, right?
Yeah, exactly. But no, absolutely.
On that
great.
note, Dan, I am going to rate Willow 8.
Really? You're going to go that high?
I started there. I will be giving that 3 out of 5.
Okay, you sure?
Yes, positive.
Don't add 5 to that.
Okay. No, I'm happy to stick with a 3 to 5 on that.
Cool.
But
it sounds like a fair, short way.
It's a nice, innocent fantasy film, which was still. It's not perfect. It didn't pave the way just for like Lord of the Rings is perfect fantasy as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you think Harry Potter is.
My uncle agrees with you on that. I've spoken to people who, since watching Lord of the Rings, I've gone out to people, thinking I'm cool now. Like, I've seen Lord of the Rings, or one of them anyway.
Yeah.
And I've had some people say to me, it's absolutely brilliant. My uncle said he's read all the books.
Mm-hmm.
He read the books originally, and he loved the films. He said they're absolutely gold. And
yes.
He's critical.
Mm-hmm.
He hates everything.
Yeah.
So that is a big, big step. And also as well, as I look into it, you've also got the likes of, say, people who are a bit like me, a little bit more watered down, didn't quite enjoy Lord of the Rings. I'm not saying they were bad films. I have seen films that I'm like, oh my god, no, I want my eyes to be removed.
Even if it was like a year or two down the line, would you consider watching the second and third chapters?
I'm going to complete the franchise. Don't worry.
It's 3 films.
will.
You're 1 down already.
Yeah.
Think about it. When you're halfway through the second film, you're halfway through the journey.
Yeah. And to be honest, I will watch the 3. Will I watch them over and over again? Probably
no.
not.
But once is enough.
I will admit, the first one's been on TV a few times.
Mm-hmm.
There's been nothing else on. I have had it on.
Yes. Yeah.
Not start to finish, obviously just for the duration of time
Yeah.
that I'm sat in front of the TV before I'm going to do something else that I'm going to be doing anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just got it on in passing as I do, like if I'm eating dinner or something, I'll just have it on for a bit.
Sure.
That's it. That's fine. What I would say, though, is you've got me into 3 films here.
Okay.
I've got you on Cars. I've watched the first Lord of the Rings film.
Yes.
We're square.
Yeah, we are square currently, yeah. I do need to watch that Puss in Boots film.
You do?
That was the next one, wasn't it?
I thought about this earlier, and I ran it by producer man Steve. And
Am I going to hate this?
You are going to hate this.
Don't you dare say what I think you're going to say.
He knows! He freaking knows!
I swear to God, if you are going to tell me to watch Clifford the Big Red Dog,
oh!
I am going to strangle you.
No.
Good. Okay, good.
Instead, I'm going to watch something that I think that you're going to enjoy on merit. And by that I mean you're going to turn around and say, it's good for what it is, but it's not for me. It's not my type of film. So I'm going to push you out of your comfort zone.
What is it?
A little bit. I am going down to the era of the orange VHS tape. The era,
right?
Not the orange VHS
so
tape.
That's a Nickelodeon.
Is
oh
it?
No!
Oh yes. It is for you 2004's The SpongeBob SquarePants movie with, of course, David Hasselhoff.
I mean, that's not as bad. I was expecting you to tell me to watch Jinxed.
No.
I can take SpongeBob the movie. I'll go. Yeah,
I think that's a film that you could take. Because if I told you to go and watch Jinxed, right, the feedback from that, I've already written your feedback.
You have,
that.
yeah, because
I already know what you're going to say. It's going to be like this is for girls aged 10 to 10 and a half, and really no one else should watch it and enjoy it.
Look, I didn't watch SpongeBob much growing up, but
it's meme-tastic.
There's a fan base to it, and I respect that.
Yeah. It's a meme-tastic thing. Just like the first Lord of the Rings film.
Yes.
For me,
memes.
It was a meme reel, and I loved that.
Yeah.
A bit of a shame that was the bit I loved the most about it, but that's just me personally. That's not the film's fault.
Yeah.
I think that's the same with the SpongeBob movie. I don't think it's...
To be honest, I'd sooner watch the SpongeBob movie than the Puss in Boots film that you've asked me to watch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I actually think you'll enjoy the Puss in Boots one more.
Well, yeah, I mean, you should check out the new one.
Honest.
The new one's out now, isn't it?
It's out now, yeah.
Yeah, you ought to check out the new one.
I downloaded it weeks ago on the old Skybox.
Nah, check it out.
Still sat there.
No, I reckon you'll like that.
I've also got my paws on the new Mario movie.
Okay.
Producer man Steve obviously is like,
it might be right. I reckon that'll be right up your alley.
That will be right up my alley, but again, I just haven't
found the time.
It's there. It's just not. There's lots of things on there that I still haven't watched.
What's in store for next month then, Dan?
Well, next month is a tricky one. It's Justice June, But I'm going on holiday halfway through.
Okay, so that knocks one off, doesn't it? Unless we talk about 2 in 1.
Damn, he's got me. Yeah, no, we will obviously have to have that breaker in there.
Yes.
But of course, that is now Justice. Oh, no, you're going to no. What? Okay, what does this entail, Tommy?
Justice June. It's going to entail all manners of superhero films, which wouldn't be a problem for you if we hadn't already spoken about The Incredibles. We've already spoken about The Incredibles, so we can't do that again.
No.
So I'll have to see what I can find.
Now, I'm just thinking, are there any other superhero films I have actually watched?
I'm going to rally some off here and just tell me if you've seen a film with these in it.
Yeah, go on then.
The Hulk.
No.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I hate it.
Batman.
No.
Superman.
No.
X-Men.
No.
Fantastic Four.
No.
Blade.
No.
Daredevil.
No.
Ghost Rider.
No.
Green Lantern.
No.
Wonder Woman.
No.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
No.
Well, it's going to be a fun month then.
I have no intention of watching any of them.
Okay.
For me, it's just not.
It's not your thing.
It's not my
that's
thing.
fine. That's fine.
It's not my, to be honest, if I never watched the telly again, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
it
not
only gives you square eyes if those old wives' tales are anything to go by. So.
If they were, well, I'll give you one thing: square eyes, maybe not.
Yeah.
Needing glasses. Oh, they were onto something.
Yes.
I should have listened to them. I should have listened.
Definitely.
Anyway,
I will see you in the next month. Yeah.
Well, the good news is for you, animated April is not until April, obviously, so you've got time.
Well, you'll be picking a new one for that, won't you?
Oh yes, don't you worry. Oh no, we're not going to go with the alliteration.
We're not going with those, letter
No,
ones.
We're going to pick something that's not, so we could end up doing animation in January.
Yeah, mix it up.
Yeah, no, we'll find a way to get it back into April, of course.
Yeah.
Just change it a little bit, like computer generated April or something.
Yeah.
Do something like that.
We'll figure it out.
But we'll figure that out. And of course, you've got plenty of time to watch it. I don't think the SpongeBob SquarePants movie is going to be a movie that you're going to love and say it's an absolute masterpiece. You might surprise me and come up with some positive. I think you're going to walk away with some positive.
Just, leave it with me.
There are some funny elements in there, and there are definitely some meme-tastic parts in there for you to enjoy as well.
Yeah.
Overall, the good news is it's a very short film.
Yes.
Good. And it's, again, if you've watched any episode of SpongeBob, you pretty much know the characters. You know there's not going to be character development or anything like that. It's just, it's an extra long episode.
It's just a comedy.
But what I will say is the music in there is pretty good.
Well,
it's got a good soundtrack to it. I'll give it that.
Okay, well, leave it with me. Just leave it with me, alright?
Fun fact. The hell was that?
That was one of your fucking pegs up there.
Okay.
I think it's time to wrap up there.
Yeah, before Tommy gets shot. But what I will say, just finally, with regard, don't worry about it. What I will say with regards to the SpongeBob movie, when the movie was released, I was getting ready for school. Nickelodeon channels, literally all of the Nickelodeon channels, Nicktoons, Nick Jr., they were all banging on about the SpongeBob movie. It was all just interviews of the cast and stuff instead of cartoons in the morning. It actually done my head in for like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Until the morning when they're interviewing all these different stars who worked on the SpongeBob movie and Avril Lavigne appears on my screen.
Right.
And obviously that got my attention as a huge Avril fan. I'm like, what's Avril Lavigne doing on Nickelodeon? This doesn't make sense.
Right.
She's only gone and done a remix of the SpongeBob SquarePants theme tune, which is on the...
Your life's basically complete with that.
I know!
Like,
what are the odds?
There's two things.
What are the odds?
There's two things that define you, Daniel Moore, and it's Avril Lavigne and SpongeBob, and they've meshed. It's just like, that song's going to be playing at your funeral.
Did you not know about this?
No, I didn't. But
is this a thing that you didn't know about? Is this something I'm going to have to find for you?
What, for copyright purposes? Should you really play it?
Absolutely. Is this the one? I don't know. I've got no idea. It's on the Avril Lavigne YouTube channel.
Are you ready, kids? I said, are you ready? Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob!
I fucking love his face. Look at his face! I've got him!
This is you. Like, this is
It's written
you.
for me, isn't it?
Honestly, like, the front cover to this film should just have a picture of you on it.
It would never have sold.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
Don't freaking agree.
you said it.
It does end. It's got a good ending.
Square pants!
I think it works.
Cool.
We'll leave it there. Right,
We'll leave it
like,
there.
comment, subscribe, abuse on Letterboxd at Dan Moore Radio. He's on Letterboxd at what?
Larkins 95.
We'll catch you sorry people then. Till then, bye-bye.
Take care, everybody.